It looks like we are live on YouTube. I could sing this song about being live on YouTube. I got an email to say that we're live on YouTube. I know that we're live on YouTube. We were trying to get live on... Are we live on Instagram?
Not yet. Trying to figure out how to public.
We are switching things up and not going with TikTok.
Go away.
This time.
Oh.
We got zeros.
Checking
Right?
connection.
That's the people.
Yep. But it's public, right?
Yeah. Yeah, one popped up and then went away.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey is for horses.
We are
Didn't your mother ever
alive
teach you anything? Dana,
on
are you watching?
YouTube and Instagram. Well, we've got a couple of followers on Instagram.
Ask
We
Dana.
got 2 people on YouTube.
Dana, ask Patty if she taught Lindsay any manners. Hey is for horses.
Yes, hey is for horses. But it's also a great way to say hi.
We're on YouTube. So if we're not looking directly at you, it's because we're looking at whatever camera we're looking at the time. But it is great to be with you. Where are we? I like letting you do the where we are.
We are currently in Los Barriles.
Hey, Hope Bus.
So, which is, that's,
on the East Cape, at the very southern end of Baja. And the thing that sucks with live, unless we had like a whiteboard and I was like drawing things up here. We can't show you, but you can go look it up. You can Google it right now while you're watching.
Yeah, we're not camped anywhere exciting right now. We're actually, I don't want to say mooch docking, but we're on a friend's property,
which
in
is
Los Barriles. So
yeah, which is part of the whole RVing experience. That's part of why we do this. Is you've seen, those of you who've watched for a little while, you've seen us have.
Hey, Dana.
There's Dana. Dana, go ask Patty if Lindsay was raised in a barn, because she doesn't know that hay is for horses and you don't yell out hay to everyone. Dana is Lindsay's sister watching. Nice to have you join, Dana. So we're in Los Barriles, East Cape, on the very southern end of the Baja Peninsula, on the eastern edge, which puts us right on the edge of the Sea of Cortez. It's an absolutely beautiful place. And we are camping.
She's here. Hey, Mom.
Hey, Patty.
Yeah. So, and this is our first Instagram live. I didn't teach you. That's right. Look at that's, hey, Taylor. My whole family's on.
So this is what happens when you go live and your family jumps in.
Yeah, so this is our first Instagram live. We usually do TikTok live a barn. And we wanted to see how Instagram would do.
So it is a live Q&A. We don't really have anything planned, so to speak. So
yeah,
we
definitely took 2 weeks off.
We've got the A's if you have the Q's.
Yeah, but we're here to talk about RVing in Baja.
In the meantime,
if you have any questions, I love you too.
Do we want to let's cover the last 2 weeks. So we were, last time we checked in was right before Christmas. Christmas fell on a Sunday and then New Year's fell on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And we're committed to doing live Q&As on Sunday. So we decided we would take the last Sundays off. And so that's what we did. But in the meantime, we left Coyote Beach and the Bay of La Paz. In the Bay of Conception, and we went on a very special trip to go fishing. And we went out to Magdalena Bay. We long backstory, but we were trying to catch a marlin for a very special reason.
Yep, and spread some of my dad's ashes, but did not catch the elusive marlin, and it just didn't feel right yet. So I didn't spread any ashes.
Yeah, maybe we are. So sorry for the distraction. We caught.
Oh, look, Joe and Lily.
Delicious. They were filleted right there for us. And then we had sashimi, sushi right there from the fish that Lindsay caught mostly. She made me reel in one. I kept not wanting to reel them in because I didn't want to be reeling in the marlin that she's supposed to be reeling in. So Lindsay did a lot of work that day. I did a lot of watching and a lot of filming. So that was a very special trip. And then from there, we headed down to La Paz. Spent a day in La Paz doing some groceries. Got to go to Walmart. You guys take for granted what you have if you're in the United States, Canada, most places in the world. You take for granted Walmart until you run out of groceries. And it's really nice to go to Walmart. We did that. And then we headed out to Todos Santos area. Our anniversary is New Year's Eve. So Lindsay always gets fireworks. That was part of my plan.
fireworks this year?
No, we're the last
Or
couple
the
of years.
last year?
We go to a really quiet beach outside of Todos Santos
Yeah.
for that reason, and we just celebrate our anniversary and the new year all kind of quietly. And we did that again this year. Went to a really nice fancy restaurant place down the way. And
Not super fancy. I mean, fancy-ish.
$10 beers in Mexico. That's fancy.
Food's really good there, by the way. It's called the Green Room.
Walked in barefoot, so you can do that.
Yeah.
But $10 beers is pretty fancy.
Yeah.
So we did that for a little while, and then gosh, man, we've been all over the place since then. We went back to La Paz.
Went back to La Paz, met up with their friends, hung out with them.
On the mainland.
They just ferried to the mainland. Right into Sinaloa, which a whole bunch of stuff just went down. But they're good. They're safe.
Just
they
heard
drove
back
south.
from them. And then we made this we're making what we call a southern loop. We've now gone to really quickly in half a day. We went to La Ventana, not our scene. We'll stay positive. Definitely not our scene. Checked it out in a couple hours. And then we came here to Los Barriles, met up with some friends that we've made over the years, and they've offered a place for us to camp. So here we are kind of hanging out. And then, tomorrow we're renting an ATV.
Yeah.
We're getting classy here.
So Los Barriles is like overrun with ATVs. And should I say it?
What?
Gringos.
Gringos. Oh yeah. Yeah, we can say gringos.
So
we're
we're
gringos.
gonna
It's not discriminatory. I'm a gringo.
We're gonna join the crowd.
We're going to join the crowd because there's so much to see that you can't see without having some way to get off-road. So we're going to go get off-road. Patty, we ate all of your fish, yes.
No, we didn't. We still have a bunch in the freezer.
Patty's.
So we're saving you some.
So there's Rich.
All of our friends are on Instagram.
If all of our friends could only join us here, what a wonderful, wonderful world it would be. So any questions other than Patty asking about whether we ate all of the fish? Let's see. So what else have we got going on? I lost my hair.
You lost that over 20 years ago.
I went for a walk and it was gone. Dogs didn't even recognize me.
Hello, Thomas.
Hey, Thomas, checking in from Nevada. Thanks for following us the last couple times.
Happy New Year. Are you live on everything all at once? Yeah, we're just live on YouTube and Instagram at once.
Although we have
That's why I keep looking from one to the other.
We could throw up another one.
We could try to do.
We should do like reverse angles, so it's like the real story. Actually, thanks to COVID, I am sitting in my underwear. You remember all the Zoom meeting stories where like people were embarrassed
Don't stand up.
I won't stand up. I'm not just. I'm wearing underwear, but I'm not just in my underwear. So TMI. Thank you for the happy anniversary, Patty, as well. What is going on? So we're here in Los Barriles. We're going ATVing tomorrow. We're going to go explore, check out some campgrounds. We wrote a guidebook for RVing and camping in Baja, and we're going around doing additional research, updates, checking out all the new campgrounds that have popped up every year. There seems to be something new going on, and so we want to make sure we provide all of the most updated information. So we're going around doing all that. Another day or two here in Los Barriles, and then I think are we crazy enough to try out the Cabos?
So yeah, we're thinking about going to Cabo. We haven't been yet.
It's not very RV friendly, so.
But we did. There's a new campground.
Yep.
Small.
And just outside of San Jose del Cabo.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna go check it out.
Yeah. San Jose del Cabo and Cabo San Lucas are called the Los Cabos. But if you've been on a cruise ship or flown to Cabo, you've flown into San Jose del Cabo, but then immediately probably went to the beaches. And anyway, it's there's a lot to see and do, but it's overwhelming, especially for RVs. So
Taylor asked, when y'all go boondocking, do you stock up on any necessities? That's a great question. We do.
Number one. Water.
We always fill up with water.
Extra water if we know we're going to be there for a while.
Our RV only carries about 30 gallons, so not a lot.
And we can carry with our extra.
And then we have extra containers that we fill up.
32 gallons. We can actually carry more additional water than our tank actually carries for us.
Oh, so we can carry 62 total gallons.
You do excellent math, my dear brother.
It's not that hard. 3 + 3 is 6.
I don't know. I don't know your logic. Your family's rolling on the floor now, probably. So yeah, so we are stocked up on water. We usually stock up on groceries. We also will try to do some prep work. So like we don't have a lot of trash, because if we go out into the desert or wherever for a week or two, trash then becomes the problem. We have plenty of water, but trash becomes the
if
issue.
we're at a spot with no trash cans.
Yeah,
Sometimes
we end up.
Boondocking has trash cans.
Yeah.
Most of the time it does not.
So stocking up with groceries, usually
So.
fresh vegetables. We usually get a rotisserie chicken, it seems like, because that's a nice, easy meal. Chop it all up, throw the bones out in the Walmart parking lot. Walmart, we love you. If you want to sponsor us, send us an email, hello@calltowander Walmart. But there's nobody from Walmart watching. So then we, what else do we stock up on? We're going to fully answer Taylor's question.
So for Baja, we stocked up on a lot of stuff. So it's really hard to find good paper products down here. Like the past 2 years, we've never been able to find like paper plates. They're all styrofoam, and it sucks. And then the paper towels are not good quality here. We're very picky on our paper towels. So we stock up on Bounty paper towels and then paper plates. Just because those are hard to find down here. And then I stock up on any kind of special foods I need. Most of the stuff we can find down here, but like my coffee creamer and stuff like that, I have not been able to find. So we'll stock up on that before coming down here.
So yeah, well, that's kind of the stock up.
Yeah.
Thomas, have we thought about getting a vehicle to tow behind the RV? Yes.
Yes, we've been thinking about that a lot. Hi, Huckleberry. A lot lately, actually,
and
because
we're gonna be in the market.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
We're in the market.
We're in the market
for a tow vehicle.
For a tow vehicle. We need something flat towable
and cheap that runs. So Rich, that's on you.
Yes, Rich, you're watching.
We
preferably a CRV or a Suzuki or a Geo of some
kind. We're still figuring that out, but we did make some plans for the summer where we're going to need to have a tow vehicle, and then it's going to make our lives a whole lot easier. It's going to make some challenges. It's going to add some expensive additional insurance. Yeah. Fuel mileage is going to go down probably a little bit, and then I'm going to pucker up more taking turns just because I'm not a big fan of towing stuff. So
it's Alejandro.
So what we've got going on with that is that we are going to be shopping for a tow vehicle because we absolutely need one moving forward, and they're phenomenal in Baja. Would help out a lot. And we almost bought a really cheap Baja beater because we wanted to get around. But we opted to
we passed
wait on that.
So and then
Rich asked,
are you still living off cellular? We are not.
Rich, we are 100%.
We are on Starlink, baby.
At this point,
and we love it.
We do. It's expensive, but the trade-off is phenomenal. I mean, we've used it all over the place where we knew there was no cell service going into it, and Starlink has been a game changer. Elon Musk, if you're watching, we could use a sponsorship. You can send an email to hello@calltowander.com. We would love to represent. Just kidding. This isn't shopping for sponsors, but I mean, I've already asked for Walmart, for Starlink, and for a Jeep or a CR. Here, that's just a joke. But to answer your question. Times, I mean, in the U.S. we use cellular, and we've got a.
She just tagged Elon.
Yeah, thanks. A Volkswagen Bug.
Well, they're actually flat towable.
Yeah.
Volkswagen Bugs. Yeah, they just have really low clearance. So I don't know.
I won't be seen in
I don't know if that
Bug.
would be a good one.
Nope.
Patty.
Nope. So I think that got. Oh, Rich had another question. No mechanical issues so far, except I do have to add differential fluid. For some reason, I'm plagued with all of our RVs with a rear differential that likes to leak. So I've been going in and I've been taking off the plug and adding more fluid, and the plug is now stripping. Partly because I know tight is tight, and Rich, I've known that since I've met you, but I probably over tightened a little bit. It's also old, and so now kind of on the edge of how do I get this cap off if I can't, and I strip it out completely and we're low on fluid. So I'm kind of puckering up over that, but I think I got about 500 miles to figure that out.
My whole family is on here.
All right.
There's Garrett.
There's Garrett. That means Garrett's going to be making you laugh.
What up?
All right, so
take off cover and new sealant and be done with. Yeah, it's not it's the pinion seal that keeps leaking. The differential's okay.
Yeah, the cover's been redone by Awesome Joe on this video. Was able to reseal the cover. It's just the front.
And we've replaced the pinion seal twice now, and it still continues to leak.
Yeah.
So we have a mechanic in South Dakota and Custer that said he thinks he can put like a sleeve or something in there.
Just kind of give away where we're headed this summer, but we'll talk more about that later.
Yeah. Sorry.
So yeah. Patty says your family is awesome. Of course, Patty, your mother would say that. Your family is awesome. Looking forward to seeing them soon.
Yeah.
Springtime.
In the spring.
Spoiler alert.
Bringing tuna.
Bringing tuna. I thought we eat
Georgia.
all the tuna.
Okay. Yeah, we might eat it all. It might be too good. We might just eat it all.
Freaking $700 tuna. Most expensive tuna I've ever had. It's delicious. What was the next question? Did we have another question over here?
Look.
Handful of people over on YouTube. Be sure to ask any questions. And we're wrapping this kind of, I don't want to say kind of short, but we aim for 30 minutes.
No, there's not.
There's
not any other questions.
No more questions. This is awkward.
We did not come prepared for this.
You know what's even more awkward?
A Mazda. Ew. A Mazda pickup. I never thought of that. RVing Baja. Garrett, can't you see it up top?
Anything, Garrett.
Anything. Ask questions.
Any questions. Ask Lindsay what 30 plus 32 is equal to. Let's see. No.
Mom called it girl math.
Yeah. I don't know anything about that.
Look, Garrett is okay.
Over here on YouTube, a couple people, not a lot of questions coming in. We love to answer some questions. What do we usually talk about?
Well, I mean,
budget update.
Baja,
we're right on budget. That's been going really well.
Yeah, we're doing good on our budget.
Took the dogs for a walk. The dogs love the beach. Got to go
lift. I can't afford to lift the camper. Plus, with all the issues that comes along with lifting the camper.
Great question, Rhonda.
Taylor, you have no filter.
Let's come back to that because that's what's going to happen with your family. Rhonda just asked when will our book be out. So we're having some issues right now with design and with Amazon, and we're working with our graphic designer to try to get those resolved.
Yeah.
Literally every time we submit it, Amazon gives a 2-day review, and then they send it back and say there's an error, and it's been the same error. And when you're dealing with, shall we say, big companies, customer service is not the most exceptional quality of them, and so we're not able to progress further. But we do have the ebook available if you're interested in that. But we will hopefully have that Amazon book, softcover book, out as soon as possible.
Yeah. Right now, the PDF is out. I know it's not like a physical book in your hands, and I do prefer that, but the PDF is out, and it's only $15, which is cheap for the amount of information we're giving you guys.
Yep.
And the price is only going to go up once we come out with like a second and a third edition. The price will go up.
Yep.
So if you really, want the book now, you can get the PDF.
And the strength is a lot of the, I mean, you can find places to go and things to see and do. And we definitely feature those, but a lot of the strength is going to be the how-tos of RVing in Baja, getting across the border, dealing with military checkpoints, where do you get propane, water, groceries, what are RV campgrounds like? So we've got a lot of information there. On our website, rvingbaja.com, you can go and click buy the book. And there's actually a sample chapter there, so you can kind of see that information. But it's going to take us a little while to answer your question. Russ just asked over here, or should we ask Taylor? Taylor, Huck is, I feel bad for Huck.
Huck is doing fine.
He's doing fine.
I don't think he knows.
We got a dog.
Inside
story, inside joke. Huckleberry was fixed down here in outside of Mulegé. There's a really awesome volunteer where it's done by donation. It's more affordable than the U.S. for surgery operations, so we like that idea. But all the money that we spent actually went to subsidizing local Mexican veterinary care. So Huck got his parts.
He got neutered.
Off. So, but Huck's doing fantastic right now.
It was time.
Another question over here. So we're headed down to Los Barriles. Russ says, do we have to worry about the police on the way down? The short answer is yes and no.
Yeah.
I mean, so we did get pulled over almost immediately from crossing the border.
We haven't told this story yet, have we?
No, and it's
Yeah.
not a big crazy story. It was really the first time of getting pulled over by the police in a city. And
yeah, we've never been pulled over for our 3rd year down. Never been pulled
all
over.
the thousands of miles we've driven, we've never had any issue. And this didn't end up being an issue. We did what they asked. We gave the driver's license and the registration, and we actually had a dash cam going. So if you don't have a dash cam, Russ, we definitely recommend go ahead and get the dash cam. That's nothing.
Okay.
Get the dash cam, because we had that rolling every time we're in a city. We roll the dash cam. So I was kind of like, hey, officer, do you want to watch? There was no stop sign where you said there was a stop sign, and they let us go. So there's always going to be issues. Had a really negative confrontation with somebody online today about how corrupt Mexico is, and I said to them, basically, that's the United States. If you drive through Chicago or wherever else, it may not be the police, but they're just as dangerous, just as difficult to navigate, just as challenging if you make a bad turn or a bad decision. So do you have to worry? No, I wouldn't worry. Just obviously don't bring anything illegal into Mexico. Answer the questions directly. Stop at all stop signs.
Don't speed.
Yeah, no reason. Take your time. And there are going to be military checkpoints along the way. They're just going to check and see how things are and just ask some basic questions. Always be honest. Always be straightforward.
Never be nervous.
Never be nervous. Just be confident and try your best to speak Spanish if you can. Tell them that you can't speak Spanish if you can't, and life will be good. But you are going to come across probably 5 military checkpoints, either however you get down to Los Barriles. But not all the time. Sometimes they just wave you right through.
Really, the only checkpoint that you need to worry about is the San Ignacio checkpoint, and we've only had one issue there, ever. And it wasn't even it wasn't bad. We just got searched very thoroughly.
Yeah.
Other than that,
but
they didn't take anything. They were nice. They were
the big thing
business
is
as usual.
Black and white. We live black and white. We live fair is fair. So that's the law. If you come into the United States, actually, the first time we came here, we got put into cages on our way back. And that was because we went into secondary inspections.
Garrett said to offer the police hot sauce.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm trying to tell a point for somebody who's making a trip down here. Yeah. So the United States has rules too that you have to follow, and so we did follow those, and we ended up in a cage in secondary inspection. So the United States actually treated us just as thorough as Mexico, and that's the law. So follow the law and everything's fine. So that would probably be the best advice. Follow the law, you'll be fine. Be confident, and know that it happens to everybody.
Sophia asked if our RV has a proper toilet. We have a composting toilet, if you want to call that proper.
By proper, the poo and the pee do go to a place where it's held.
Where we can empty it.
Yes. How does the visa process work with Mexico? Heard you can stay longer across the border and go back. Yes, we've got to link. We got to figure out how to do a better job of linking. Maybe I can go in the description after this. We've got information both on Call to Wander, as well as go to RVingBaja.com. And we've got a section in there about planning the trip, and in there you'll read about the FMM process. You can do it online in advance. U.S. and Canadian citizens can get 180 days in Mexico. You can come back and forth, or you can go back and forth, and it's about $30 per person for the visa. You need your passport in order to get that. You need to print out the visa, and it's not a visa, actually. It's just the document. They don't call it a visa, but print that out and the receipt if you do it online, or you can do it at immigration when you cross the border, and then you're good to go. So hopefully that answers your question there. But there is more information on RVingBaja.com where you can read about that. Vet care on the road is a great topic.
Probably be for another day.
Rich, RVingBaja.com is actually our 3rd website. We are a serial website runners, managers, content creators, and that is all about RVing Baja. Lindsay, you're hugging the camera.
That's so important.
Thanks for caring about me, Mark. I'm excited. Big day for you tomorrow, Mark, because SEC is bringing home another national championship, right? I can't believe I'm saying that about Georgia, but we're family, so
Sorry, guys, I'm cooking dinner.
Your joy is my joy, and thank you for carrying that. I was only halfway in on the Instagram. Let's see. All right, good. We did address the visa and border. There's your best friend.
Stephanie.
You just, this is just a Lindsay party. I'm just gonna go ahead and check out and go get sushi with our friends.
Noted. Always good to talk about poop. It is. Always. 100%.
Jacksonville is in the playoffs this year. We watched the game last night thanks to my wonderful sister.
Go Jags.
Thanks to Starlink.
Duval.
Thanks to Lindsay being the technical person. We were able to stream the game down here, and it was pretty awesome to be able to watch that. Going from last to not last is
cool.
Over the course of 3 years, we went from last place to not last, last, not last.
To an AFC
championship.
Yeah,
so
Jacksonville's in the playoffs.
Yep. So that was exciting to get to watch. Unlike my Gators this year. Go Jaguars, definitely. Go, I can't say that word.
We can't say go.
I can say those two words, just not together. I can say dogs.
Yeah, we could say dogs, but not.
I could add some words between go and dogs, like to hell. Does that work? Lindsay's.
Thank you, Garrett.
Lindsay's got Georgia family. For those of you over here wondering why I keep looking away from YouTube and onto Instagram. Let's see what else is going on. Were there other questions?
We have Thomas.
Oh, they did announce that. Good. I was
call me when you get your dogs microchipped. They are microchipped, actually.
Does that mean we have to go back in time
already?
No. I don't know. But Jags are playing the Chargers. That's good to know. Because they didn't post that until I guess the last games were played today.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so that's who they're going to play.
I think
the Chargers.
Yeah, next weekend. National championship tomorrow, playoffs on Saturday, Sunday. Let's see what else. Yeah, go ahead and do the Duval.
I already did. Duval. That's where I grew up. Does Mexico check your dogs?
For fleas or what? Stephanie, they do legally.
So, legally, they are supposed to. So you're required to come down with their shot records, a rabies vaccination, and a health certificate from your veterinarian. But the 3 times that we've come down here, they've never asked or looked at or checked.
Again, we're in the black and white business, the legal business. We do things legally. We always have our dogs' paperwork all lined up. They just don't happen to ask that. And there's great veterinary care down here. We've had to take both dogs on multiple trips.
The veterinary care down here is amazing. It's awesome.
In fact,
so good.
In Los Barriles, in our first trip, Everest was attacked by a pit bull.
Yeah.
And we ended up taking her to a vet in here, right a mile down the road from where we are right now, and everything turned out fine. Huck went to the vet last year.
I mean, they were closed, and they came in to take care of her. It was awesome.
Taylor, let Jesse know I'm celebrating his birthday and not the national championship.
Almost
tomorrow.
30. Getting up there.
Yeah, sorry I cut you off about the.
It's all right. I cut you off all the time.
I know. I wasn't going to say that out loud, but since you just confessed it publicly to your family and our friends. Same applies to states. Oh, with being up to date. Yep. Even though the United States is not very united. Let's see. Do we have any questions? No Yellowstone tonight. So we could have gone later, except we got a sushi date.
Hey, Jackie.
So we technically we're going to wrap up right now.
Yeah, I know. We're keeping it short this time. So
we got to get ready to go hop on over to our friends. And
Beard's looking good. He just trimmed it.
I know, Garrett. My greatest regrets in life are every time I chop off the hair on my face. Because I don't have hair.
I like it, though.
On my head. Since 25, 23, 22. Okay. It's been a while. Patty agrees she's going to celebrate Jesse's birthday and not the Georgia game tomorrow.
Oh yeah, Mom, go Gators!
I don't know if that's what she was really agreeing to, but that's what I made it up to be.
Lost you. Bye, Rich.
If you're still there, thanks for joining, Rich.
Yeah.
Rich is an impetus in our whole entire journey. We would not be on the road without Rich. Great friend.
Definitely.
Great road support, and look forward to seeing you when we get into town this spring. Patty doesn't like football.
Yeah, she likes baseball, doesn't she?
Let's see. So we're gonna end this thing.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna be signing off here.
But we are committed. There are no major holidays on Sunday anytime soon.
Yeah, so we'll be on next Sunday.
Yep. Same time.
And maybe we'll have like some questions. We'll be ready. We'll be prepared.
Yeah. Yeah. Were you the kind of person who wasn't prepared in school?
I was pretty prepared.
I was the kind of person.
Deer stretches wobble. I know.
I was cheating in school. I didn't need to be prepared.
Stephanie said, "Remember to stretch." We have our wobble cushion. It needs some air though.
Nah, that's fine. So yeah, we will be back next Sunday, but we're gonna be in a different place. And honestly, I don't have a clue where we're gonna be.
Yeah, I don't know where we're
That's
going.
why
Might
we're
be in
called
Cabo.
To Wander. For those of you who've been following us for a little while, you're taking the time to join us now, so you've probably been with us for a while, and family obviously knows. But we don't really know where we go, or how long we're gonna stay there.
No plans.
But I don't think it's Cabo, because that means we'll be there for like a whole week, and that's never gonna happen. So
David heard that, Chris. Oh, about teaching.
I do believe that we're going to be in Cerritos, just south of Todos Santos, next Sunday. That'll be the That'll be the plan. We're going to flip around, do Cabo really quick, a couple days there, day 1, day 2, and then off we go. So that's where we're going to be. Maybe, who knows? You hold us to that. Ask us how Los Cerritos is when we get there.
Said no cheating.
That's how Alejandra got through my class.
Cheating?
Cheating.
No.
Oh, Mr. Harvey, cheat. I forgot my homework. I love you. Let's see her response.
Hi, Garrett.
So yeah, let's go.
Yep. All right, guys. I hate to leave, but
thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us. We will be back on next week. At what time?
5 o'clock East, 7 o'clock Eastern time.
7 o'clock Eastern.
5 o'clock our time. We're Mountain Time.
5 o'clock Mountain.
And I love Allie. You're awesome. It was David actually who cheated his way through by taking my class 3 times. It was only you, I know. All right. So thanks for being a part of this week. And oh, by the way, Lindsay's family. You are allowed to call her outside of these, so you can talk and have all this chatter where she's not distracted by your awesomeness.
Same with Stephanie. You have my number.
We love you guys. Thanks for being a part of our wander, and we'll talk with you next week. It's not off. I was gonna prank you on YouTube. Bye.